All right, today we're going to be going over College Kyle's mechanics. This was my sophomore year. I won first team all conference, had a breakout year. It earned me a scholarship to play NAIA ball and continue at a 4-year, but I was in the low 80s the entire time, and this is going to be the video breaking down why. Now, first and foremost, I gotta say that I was not physically very fit. So I'm about 200, a little over 200 pounds in this video. I'm 6'2", and my strength metrics are not there. My power metrics are not there. Did not think twice about mobility. Didn't think twice about what I was eating. So all of that is going on physically, but this video is going to be about sequencing only. So I could have been throwing at least mid 80s, potentially even upper 80s if I just sequenced better. So with all that said, let's dive into it. So first thing is we're going from the slide step here. So little slide step bullpen from the stretch. First thing to note is I actually like this little closed off front foot. So the intention is there, but I'll tell you right now, I had no intention of trying to stay closed or in my back leg. Mechanics weren't a thought. So this is kind of just what I did naturally without even thinking about sequencing. No one was talking to me about sequencing. So first move out of the slide step, you're going to watch this right knee specifically. You're going to see it cave in. So let's go. Tiniest little leg kick. So that shift got my energy going with the hips. And I shifted, tiniest little leg lift. But watch that right knee. So right off the bat, I'm no longer stacked head over my hips. I push my hips forward to start the movement, but because I pull my hips towards home plate, I'm also simultaneously pulling this knee. And when that happens, say goodbye to any potential energy that you can create from that rear leg. So no coil. That causes a chain reaction you're going to see right here. Okay, so right off the bat, look how early everything flies open. If you want to take a look at this, lead foot already flying open, pelvis flying open, glove side it's about to fly open, arm not going backwards at all. It's just going to be limited because this hip is running away from me. All the potential energy I could have created, gone. So the hip pulled everything out. So now this knee has nowhere else to go. Everything's going to fly open too early. Okay. So let's keep it going. I've already started to rotate before I land. So again, hips. I'm not going to get any separation here because everything flew open so early. That's not a great position whatsoever. Everything's just totally open already. This back knee, I'm still somehow connected with the ground. That's incredible. But let's see. Where are we at landing? Somehow, miraculously, this is probably why I even threw in the 80s, is because I still had my arm up on time. Somehow. I got long arms too, so let's see that arm path. I have this long path, right? My arm never really stays bent. It just extends out behind me. And then right before landing, I get it up on time. Good for me. So that's probably why I threw as hard as I did, just because I was up here on time. But at this point, everything's fully rotated. So I have nothing to close the gap with, and you're going to see a really terrible lead leg block. So now everything is going to be pushy, a little out in front, way over this front leg, and you're going to see a terrible block. So at release, way out in front, way over my lead leg. And then this got dragged. Let's see what that rear foot was doing. And I had a huge problem with this actually because everything rotated early. My right foot would roll over and the pitcher's toe that people use, to block your toe and like save the cleat essentially, they didn't work because my mechanics would not allow it to work. I would get holes, and I still kind of do, but I get holes and the side of my cleat in the same spot, and then it would cause blisters and calluses for my toe because it would just go right through the shoe, right through the sock, into my foot, into my skin, and I would have the same bruises, the same scabs all the time because of repeated actions of the same delivery. So if you look at this foot, you're going to see it not roll over to the toe, but you're going to see it roll over to the side like that and then drag across. And then this kind of pulls because I'm overextending. I'm just like shooting forward, overextending myself over the front leg. Terrible block. I never even really lock this leg out. It's just like I finish over this bent leg. Honestly, got a little nice extension there with the trunk, right? That's not too shabby, excuse me, not too shabby. But then I'm finishing in this position like I'm ready to feel the grounder. Some elementary school stuff right there. But yeah, that's the gist of it. Everything went wrong as soon as my leg went up. The biggest issue here is my head was never over my hips. I was not staying stacked at any point. My hips were just shooting home and pulled anything I possibly could have generated away from my rear leg. No coil, nothing. Everything flew open because of it. Don't even talk to me about mobility because, if I even had mobility, I would have not been able to use it anyway. So that's pretty much the gist of my college mechanics right there. No one was talking to me about it. I was just trying to throw strikes. I was trying to command the ball and place the ball. So there was no emphasis on, how can I throw harder? How can I be smoother with my mechanics? It's just, this is what works for me. This is how I can throw strikes. And it got the job done, but it didn't allow me to play any further than that because I didn't throw hard. I wasn't efficient. I wasn't sequencing good enough to throw harder. So that's kind of the gist of it.